investor friends, I'm Michelle Markey, and it's one of the most wonderful times of the year because Berkshire Hathaway is having its 2022 Annual Shareholders Meeting back in person in Omaha, Nebraska on the weekend of April 30th, 2022. And today I'll explain step by step and everything you need to know about attending the meeting in person, including on how to get your Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting credentials so that you can attend all of the events, including the Berkshire Bazaar of Bargains that's happening on Friday, April 29, as well as the 5K that's on Sunday, May 1st. And so if you also enjoy learning and studying from the best investors of all time, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, please be sure to like and subscribe to my video and YouTube channel because I'm all about trying to be an investor like they are. And I'm really excited to attend the meeting, and let me know in the comments if you're also attending. I'd love to hear from you. So let's get into it. Thanks. So in order to attend the Woodstock for Capitalists happening at the CHI Health Center at 455 North 10th Street, Omaha, Nebraska, all you need to do is own one Berkshire Hathaway stock, either in the form of Berkshire A shares, which will be a $500,000 investment these days, or the more affordable fractional share Berkshire B, which is about a $330 investment, and that's all you need to do. And if you're not able to own a share but would still like to attend, there might be other ways that you're able to obtain a meeting credential, although the best way is to be an actual shareholder of Berkshire Hathaway stock. But perhaps you might be able to attend if maybe one of your family members is a Berkshire Hathaway shareholder, and since they can get up to 4 meeting credentials, they might be willing to give you one. Or I've also read in another source that some people try to get the meeting credentials from eBay sellers, and I'm not necessarily recommending that. That's just what one source said, but definitely the best way to be able to attend is if you're an actual shareholder, so that's what I recommend you do. Since past Berkshire Hathaway annual meetings have drawn crowds of around 40,000 people, you're going to want to make sure you're proactive and get your meeting credentials as soon as possible if you can help it. And there are 2 main ways to get your meeting credentials, either by mail or by will call. And with will call, that's for if you either didn't receive the credentials by mail or you forgot them and left them at home. And so then you can bring proof of ownership and photo ID to the will call area in the CHI Health Center lobby to get your credentials that way. Or also, what I think is the better way is by getting them via the proxy materials that you get as part of being a shareholder. And I'll explain how you can find this, and then you send in a form by mail. So I'll go through this in a step-by-step way as well. So if you were a shareholder of record by a certain date and you'd like to request for the meeting credentials by snail mail, you're going to want to locate your proxy materials. And this was either mailed out to shareholders by mid-March, or you can find it in your brokerage account. And if you're not sure how to locate it, then call up your brokerage's corporate actions team, and they can guide you to locating the proxy materials when you log into your account online. And the way that I've done it in my own brokerage account is that I locate where my history and statement areas, and then I go to a section called Shareholder Library, and then I find it in e-documents where I can see that my Berkshire Hathaway materials are there with the proxy statement as well as the annual report, and also the annual meeting credential order form, which I need to print out, and then I fill out all the right details, including my name, address, and how many meeting credentials I'd like to have, and then I mail that in, and then hopefully I receive the meeting credentials within the upcoming weeks as I have in the past, and then I'm able to bring those with me, and then I can attend the meeting. And that's basically all you need to do. So if you have any difficulty locating them, then be sure to call your brokerage, or you can even try to reach out to the Berkshire Hathaway Investor Relations, and maybe they can offer some guidance. And then when you get your badges or the meeting credentials, hopefully they'll also come with this handy dandy visitor's guide. And this year, unfortunately, they won't be sending lanyards, but you can pick those up at the CHI Health Center. So either bring your own lanyard or they'll have them there. It's no big deal either way. And while you're looking at the proxy materials, feel free to check out Berkshire Hathaway's 2021 annual report, which came out in February 2022. And that also contains Warren Buffett's 2021 annual letter to shareholders. And if you don't have time to read it or you'd like additional insights, feel free to check out one of my recent videos where I did a detailed summary covering the key points that Buffett talked about, including what he's doing sitting on $144 billion of cash that I'm eagerly looking forward to him investing hopefully soon enough if stocks go on sale. And also you can read the proxy information about how to vote with your Berkshire shares, as well as if you're a shareholder, you may be eligible for certain Geico discounts. So you can read about quote information or also special Nebraska Furniture Mart pricing. And that's all really interesting and helpful if you want to get some really good deals. And although none of that's sponsored, Berkshire, feel free to call me up if you would like me to be sponsored and also feature some of your stuff in the future, because I think that a lot of Berkshire Hathaway products are really great and helpful for a lot of people. But again, that's not free advertising. This is just me speaking from personal consumer experience. In addition, in order to know the full details of what to expect at this year's meeting, be sure to visit Berkshire Hathaway's shareholder meeting information website that contains the general meeting information with the agenda that I'll cover more details on shortly, as well as something that's new and required for this year, which is the health and safety information, because this year we're going to need to provide COVID-19 vaccination proof in order to attend the main event on Saturday, April 30th, as well as the Berkshire Bazaar of Bargains on Friday, April 29. So we're encouraged to do these steps ahead of time, and they provide detailed instructions about what to expect and do. So what we should do is download the Clear Health Pass app on our smartphones and then follow the instructions to either upload our CDC vaccine card, or also we can digitally link a vaccine proof from selected healthcare providers and pharmacies. But the best is probably the CDC vaccine card, I'm guessing. And then also they have instructions for some QR code information if you need to upload from there as well. And they provide a pictorial about what to expect if you go through the motions in the app, and then you finally get to a final screen after you've verified your identity and also your vaccine proof. And then we would show this in a fast pass doorway to be able to enter if we've done our health screening steps ahead of time. And they also include additional tips for making sure that all of your documentation is uploaded correctly. So make sure you do this as early as possible so that you don't have to wait in line for some delay if there's something wrong with some of your health screening information. And hopefully you'll be cleared to do all this and then get to the meeting right away, because I've heard that people line up early in the morning and then they try to covet a lot of seats that are close to hearing Buffett and Munger talk. So you're going to want to make sure that you don't get held up at the door. And the Berkshire Hathaway meeting is a bonanza of activities as they begin on Friday, April 29 afternoon and conclude on Sunday, May 1st. And first up, if you come on Friday, April 29, you can attend the Berkshire Bazaar of Bargains, where you can go to the CHI Health Center from noon to 5 with your meeting credential and shop to your heart's content and have some inflation-busting deals. And also you can go to the Nebraska Furniture Mart with locations in Dallas and Fort Worth and also Kansas City and Omaha and Des Moines with your meeting credential or proof of shareholder ownership and get some discounts on furniture, as well as you can also go to Borsheim's for a special shareholder night. So those are some of the shopping things you can do on the first day there. And then for the main event that I'm sure many of us are looking forward to is on Saturday, April 30th, and it starts with the doors opening at 7 a.m. and then there's a company movie at 8:30 a.m. followed by Q&A from 9:15 to 3:30 p.m. and then there's the business meeting from 3:45 to 4:30 p.m. followed by the Nebraska Furniture Mart picnic from 5:30 to 8 p.m. and I hope they have barbecue there. And if you can't attend the actual meeting but would like to watch it live streamed, you can watch it at cnbc.com/BRKLive22, and then I'm sure there will be versions of the streaming available online, probably even on YouTube as well, so feel free to watch it there if you can't make the meeting in person. And then after a full day of sitting and absorbing the wisdom of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, I'm sure many of us are going to want to stretch our legs and do some exercise for a good cause. So on the next morning, Sunday, May 1st, we could choose to attend Berkshire's Invest in Yourself 5K fun run and walk, and it's for a good cause of benefiting the Special Olympics Nebraska and also Girls Inc. So we can register at investinyourself5k.com, and for those of us who are not employees of Berkshire, it will be $45, and if you're an employee, it will be $35. $75, and we get a t-shirt, and it happens in downtown Omaha, so we get to see some sights. So I think that's a really great way to explore the city and also get some exercise. And as far as getting there and staying there, it's no surprise that a lot of airlines and hotels know that hordes of Berkshire shareholders are going to be descending upon Omaha. So you're going to want to make sure you reserve your flights and cars and hotels or other types of lodging as soon as possible, because we know that they're jacking up prices. So the later you wait, the more that you're going to have to pay. And also what I suggest doing is checking out plenty of travel and hotel websites so that you get the best deal. And Berkshire happens to recommend, of course, their American Express contacts, and also they suggest checking out visitomaha.com/hotels to see if there's some competitive rates with hotel options. But if you don't want to do that, then check out sites like booking.com or also Airbnb to maybe find better lodging options at a price that you can afford. And then you're also going to want to check if you need a rental car, if you're staying a little bit further from downtown Omaha, or also if there's some other travel options like Uber and Lyft, or also if you're close enough, maybe it's good enough to just get one of those community bikes or scooters that we can just buy a day pass or an hourly pass so that we can just get over to the meeting in an easy kind of way. So all in all, definitely look into your options, and it's going to be hectic trying to get lodging and transportation. So make sure you look into this early. And also if you're staying at certain locations, Berkshire seems to be offering shuttles, and I don't know if they're also bringing people to the Nebraska Furniture Mart or other locations. So it's also important to look into if you need to travel here and there, and maybe carpool with some people if you have friends or family also attending. Another tip is to know what the entry rules are to go into the CHI Health Center, Convention Center, or also the arena, because based on looking at their arena bag policy, they require people to have clear bags or also a clutch that's of a small size. And so maybe we're not able to bring backpacks like they seem to have in the past at the 2019 meeting, but I've yet to verify this. So if you know the answer, if we're allowed to bring personal sized backpacks, please feel free to let me know in the comments. And also I'll try to look into this by either calling or emailing the CHI Center and finding out what kind of bags we're allowed to bring, because I would think that in order to buy stuff at the exhibit hall, that we need to be allowed to have some kind of bag in order to haul the stuff. So whether it's a personal item backpack type or a clear bag, it's important to know which one we're allowed to carry into the center. And finally, while we're there, we might as well check out the sites that Buffett helped to make famous, such as Gorat's Steakhouse, and I'm sure there's plenty of other steakhouses and restaurants and bars that we can check out as well. Or also the Bookworm Omaha, which is a local bookstore you might like to support, and also the famous Ak-Sar-Ben racetrack, where Buffett was known for picking up tickets as a child and then having his aunt redeem them so he could make money with tickets that people just discarded, and he was able to do well that way. And also maybe the McDonald's that Buffett might like to frequent. And so we can have the full Warren Buffett Omaha experience if we try to check out any or all of these things. And I'm totally looking forward to the full experience. And if you'll also be there, please be sure to let me know in the comments. Maybe we can meet up somewhere along the way. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video or learned something, please like and subscribe. And I wish you well on your journey to being the best investor you can be. Till next time, and see you in Omaha. Bye.